welcome, my dear friends from EO Madrid. My name is Neil Zavao. I'm the Member Experience Director for EO Europe, and I thought during these times it might be easier to take everything onto a video format and try and get as much things going. And Fernando, you and I have been talking the last couple of days, and you guys are doing something amazing. Can you tell us a little bit about your chapter and the situation and what you guys are doing?
Yeah, of course. First of all, thank you for calling us. It's a pleasure to be here to share with our friends of EO. Well, as you well said, we were talking, having words a couple of days ago about situation with COVID-19 in Madrid. As you probably know, everybody knows at this time, unfortunately, we have had a pretty bad time that is now starting to improve. But from March 15 till now has been a real nightmare, with a lot of people, pretty bad situation, and without the help that they can have from hospitals. And in terms first about the chapter, of course, we all were in quarantine, so everybody isolated at home. And we have transformed every activity in an online activity to have everybody connected and at least attending learnings, photos or so. In that way, the chapter is working as normally. And we have also improved everybody or push everybody to help or to require help if they need about mentoring inside the chapter. That was extremely important at this moment, because situation is in the first term with the health crisis we are passing through now. It's pretty difficult to see what is coming now, but in 1 month we are going to face a terrible economic crisis. So businesses are going to be prepared, and everybody is working a lot on that. So in our first movement was to prepare the chapter to just stay the quarantine connected and preparing for the future. Well, first of all, in terms of our initiative to help people with ventilators, with breathing machines, Eduardo Fernandez, that is with us in this meeting, was the main leader of this initiative. And it happens because, with coronavirus, people need, when they are in bad situation, they need ventilators, breathing machines. If they don't have that, they are going to die. That's clear the point. So there is no ventilators in the market. If you try to buy it, it doesn't exist. They are not stock of that machines. So that's where Eduardo appears with a great initiative and we could help a lot with almost 100 machines, Eduardo, that are now in the hospitals. So that's
you guys got 100 ventilator machines.
Yeah, this is the Eduardo time now.
So Eduardo, welcome. Dude, that's
Thank you.
Unbelievable. It's amazing. How did this idea even come to be, the decision to do this initiative?
So it was just over 2 weeks ago. It's not this like Sunday, 16 days ago actually today. And
so
a few of us...
Mid-March?
Yeah.
About 20th of March, something like that.
Yeah. So we have this WhatsApp group in our forum, like most forums, EO forums, and a few of us were talking about how to help. Everybody was talking about masks, and we started looking into, where can we buy masks, things like that. And we found a contact in China. We were about to put in an order, and I started chatting with my cousin, who is a doctor, and he said, yeah, masks are nice, but people are dying because there are not enough ventilators. And that was like a light bulb moment for me. I started talking to my forum mates, and we're like, where do we find ventilators? I have a computer software company. None of us had any idea. I started talking to my wife. Her family business has been around for 100 years, and they're in Germany, and they sell electrical safety products, and hospitals are one of their main clients. So her dad, who is 76, has a lot of contacts everywhere. A lot of the biggest and better ventilator companies are German, Dräger, Levenstein. So buying from them, it's impossible because everybody wants to buy from them. They're getting calls from every prime minister, every king, literally. So obviously that wasn't going to happen. But my father-in-law ended up putting me in touch with brokers that could find us second-hand machines. And, German engineering is actually really good. It's got good reputation, and it is actually good. So a second-hand machine, 10, even 20 years old, will be a really good machine. So we spoke to, my cousin put me in touch with the director of intensive care for one of the biggest hospitals in Spain. They were like, they almost cried when we told them that we could find them 10 machines. And these machines, again, were secondhand. We also arranged for flying them super fast, thanks to Iberia, our national airline, which was extremely helpful. And in just a matter of days, they opened a new intensive care unit in this hospital with our ventilators.
Wow.
20 new beds thanks to these 10 ventilators, because every ventilator can help two patients. And this made a huge impact. So the hospital started talking to other hospitals, the brokers started finding other second-hand machines, and that's how we started. The first order we paid out of pocket, again, people from my forum, basically, and my wife also helped. And then because we started getting so many hospitals calling us, and because the number of machines was increasing that we were able to find, we put up a GoFundMe page. The GoFundMe page, so far, we've raised 400,000 euros. We've actually spent €500,000 because you gotta pay immediately. You gotta pay really quickly in order to lock down those orders.
Yeah.
And we've managed to, we've bought 75 ventilators so far ourselves, and they're already in use in hospitals. And then now that we've spent more money than way more than we were planning to spend, we've been putting in touch other people with money, entrepreneurs and companies. We basically came up with a guide on how to buy ventilators through these sources and how to quickly bring them. So there's other people now that are also bringing ventilators in Spain. In total, we've either brought or facilitated more than 110 ventilators so far for close to €1 million. And again, half of that is our own money that we are now trying to recoup, basically.
So you're trying to recoup it through the GoFundMe? And,
yes.
And you guys are still short of how much to get that done?
About 95,000.
95,000 euros. And so basically you guys became the go-to to how to hustle and get more second-hand ventilators. And tell me, if you guys get more resource, you still need more ventilators in
not in Madrid. Madrid is now doing a little bit better. Also, finally, the government managed to bring some ventilators. Just to give you an idea, about 4 or 5 days ago, the government, the Ministry of Health in Spain, the Department of Health, put out a press release saying that they had distributed 119 ventilators across the whole country. By that time, we had done 70. We were close to the numbers of the whole Ministry of Health. And one big difference, we brought them faster. And that was the key, because the biggest need was 2 weeks ago, 12 days ago, 10 days ago. We were speaking to the directors of the intensive care departments, the ICUs, and they were crying. I cried with them. By the way, 2 of them from the biggest hospitals are now are down with the virus as well. Obviously, they spend the whole day over there. So 2 of my first contacts are done with the virus. So it's been a very emotional and very intense project. But yeah, right now Madrid is doing a little bit better because after also almost a month of confinement, the new infections, the new cases, and also the people that needed to go to the ICU is going down. But still in Catalonia is growing, and in some regions outside of Madrid. That's why we facilitated and we made it easier for other people to pick up and continue our work.
First of all, thank you for that. I think it's unbelievable. And a quick question: we're going to share this with Europe, and I imagine I will send it out to as many regions as I possibly can. And I assume you will be able to share that guidebook with other chapters in other places, so maybe they can find a way to get. Also, I believe in other countries they're still in need of
sure. It is particularly helpful for chapters in Europe because moving medical devices within Europe is permitted. Outside of Europe, there are more just bureaucracy because many countries prohibit exporting these devices outside of the European Union. But I'm happy to share and help other chapters, not only in Europe. We'll take a look and try to help anybody, basically.
We have had a talk with the people from Lisbon because they are interested also in use this model. And I have a talk with them yesterday. Yeah. And they are preparing to use it. So they're happy to do that, of course.
Amazing. So I'll make sure this goes on our next newsletter and share that in the groups, and hopefully this quick chat, the three of us, might help other people save more lives, and hopefully maybe some other people will donate money and help with that. I want to say on a personal level, and I've met the both of you on several occasions, and Eduardo, I've even visited your offices a couple of years ago, and we've had a chance to do a lot of storytelling together. Unbelievable, guys. It's just entrepreneurship at its best, and seeing what you guys just did and the way you do it, and crossing all the boundaries, over the borders and everything. So for me, just jumping on this call, I feel emotional in the moment. So thank you. And I think it's inspiring, and I hope other people do it.
And something I want to say, I couldn't have done it without EO. Because it started with my forum, and it was really helpful. Two of us in the forum financed the first shipment. Then Alex from my forum, Alex Marin, he was the one that pushed me to find more, and he was the one that put up the crowdfunding. But after that, another guy from my forum started talking to the hospitals because it was becoming a lot of work. We've brought ventilators to 20 hospitals all over the country. Yeah. And then a lot more people from the whole chapter started helping with the press, talking with other donors and other companies. Yeah. It was mostly the chapter. Even former EO members came in and helped. One connected us. We found some machines in Egypt, and we had to talk to the ambassador to make sure that that they could leave the country. And a former EO member, in like 2 hours, got me in a phone call with the ambassador in Egypt. And the ambassador started working.
That is the power of the network. And
yeah, it was amazing how quickly, a bunch of EO members in Madrid basically got together and we did something really big. We saved a lot of lives. We're still saving lives because we know they're being used.
That is amazing, and the impact and how swift it was to do all that. And again,
yeah, it's been 16 days. 16 days since the start of this conversation talking about masks. Like Sunday, 16 days ago, we were talking about masks. Monday, we were coordinating the first ventilators. Yeah. So
such power to create and to execute in such a quick time. And I think in 16 days, governments are still having meetings or debates about what to do.
Government and also big companies. Just 2 days ago, the biggest electricity company here, huge utility company, Endesa, they called me and they were like, hey, so, we bought 400. We spent like, 10 million euros, and we don't even know when we're going to get them. How do you guys do it? Can you help us?
Yeah. So, yeah, hire an entrepreneur to do it for you. So,
the idea of to use second-hand devices was amazing. Was real the point to get the solution. That's amazing.
Yeah, and also the fact that you guys were willing to say, okay, we have a good idea with the masks, but maybe it's not the best idea, or it's not what the situation really requires. You could have just said, we'll do the masks and we're done. We did our part, and you guys said no, and you went all in. And again, I'm humbled to be on this call with you guys. So first of all, thank you. I wish you all the best. Thank you for jumping on this call with me, and hopefully this will help other EO members. Hopefully some of them will reach out to you. I wish all the best for you guys, for your families, for your chapter, for the people of Madrid and the people in Spain. And I hope we meet again in better days. And I'm here if you ever need anything. And again, huge thank you.
Thank you so much, Nir.
Thank you very much.
See you
Thank
soon.
you for your call.
See you
Bye-bye.
soon, my friends.